of the St. Patrick's Day crafts. So, you saw that the other day. We had made one of these little pipe cleaner friends. Well, I've decorated them, and we're gonna put magnets on them. So we have our little lady there, and of course we gotta have a kitty cat, our little girl, little guy friends, and this one. So this is super easy after you've made them and decorated them. They are cupcake liners and picks from cupcakes, little thing from the dollar store, you know, those necklaces, a little bit of trim. These were just little things from a confetti package and a button. So all sorts of cute things, and it is super easy. You can use your glue stick, or I'm just gonna use the Fabri-Tac, and I use the Fabri-Tac to put all this good stuff on our little friends there. So now the one way to store, if you're not familiar with Fabri-Tac, is always a good idea to store it upside down if you can, because it makes it a lot easier to pour out. Now I know there's a sticker on the back, but I still want to put these on. So with this, so just gonna turn them over like that. Give a little squeeze. Don't mind this over here. I got into a fight with the cat and the cat won. So there you go. Little magnet. Give it a couple minutes to dry, and then we'll just keep going. And so I'll have a couple more projects for St. Patrick's Day, and then I'm gonna have a drop sale of all the goodies that I make today. And you'll be able to take home some of these little lads and lassies, I guess they call it. And then we'll be, don't mind the pun, we'll be hopping into spring pretty quickly after that. Okay, I promise I won't quit my day job. Alrighty, these are super easy, cute. You know, you can make them into magnets, you can make them into pins, little hangy doodads. Alrighty, well, that fabric. Luckily, I've got another one, much bigger Fabri-Tac, so that I can continue on without having a major problem. So super easy, quick to make, you know. You can make this with the kids, but just gotta make sure that you have the bumpy, well, we always called them pipe cleaners, but Chanel stems. And quick, easy little craft you could do with kids or adults, you know. There you go. And I did leave the Etsy link in the last video, but I'll do that with this one too. Alrighty, gotta remember which little pipe cleaner person I did. Was not following my own rule here. I was keeping them flipped over, but I must have missed one. Alrighty, so there we go. Look at it, so cute. There we go. Aren't they adorable? Well, alrighty, so stay tuned. Project number 2 is coming up. Okay, here we have project number 2. So what do you do with these cute little critters? Well, there's a couple different things that you could work on. I have a cute little cup here that I got from a reseller on Instagram. And then I was able to find this beautiful shamrock ribbon. Thinking the Salvation Army. And then these 3 things, they were actually from Target, the dollar spot, Target dollar spot. So get out the old trusty glue gun and a little bit of that crinkly Easter stuff, and we will make ourselves some cute little things. So the first one is going to be pretty easy, and I wasn't sure, was it this one or this one? I think it was this one. So this is so cute, super easy. Look at that. Just glue him on there. He's, you know, looking out from behind the sign. All right, so with this particular one, I'm gonna use a little bit of hot glue instead of the Fabri-Tac. Not that I don't love my Fabri-Tac, but we're gonna do this first. So I'm gonna get his little hands around there, so he's peeking out from behind. And he's a cutie. Alrighty, and then I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue his little feet down, but then I'm gonna put some, because his feet don't quite touch the bottom there. But I think we can just put a little bit of the grassy stuff around his legs to finish this one up. Now, I will say, be careful. This stuff is not forgiving. It will burn you to a proverbial crisp. I have the glue stick scars to prove it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be very gentle with it, or it will bite you. I think you're just trying to put the stuff down, and it kind of just goes through the little pieces of paper. So I always like to put extra on, because then we can always trim it, you know, give it a little haircut. So we have it says Clover Patch, Pot of Gold, and the Blarney Stone. Has anybody been to Ireland and kissed the Blarney Stone? I have twice, actually. Woo! All right, and sometimes you gotta go back in with a little bit something else down there. Right. Oop. Oh, see what I mean? He's like, ow! Oh! He's like, I'm not gonna let go of you. I got you now. You're not gonna make it. There we go. Ugh. Get all that yucky stuff right off of there. Yep, I've been to Ireland 2 times. Once when I was 14, my father and I marched in a parade in Dublin. And then I went back with my husband. And that was a lot of fun with my school. Alrighty, so that's super cute. Oh, a little hot glue here, a little hot glue there. Here's some glue, there's some glue. Everywhere some glue. Alrighty, now that looks super cute, but I think we could maybe not. Well, always trying to find the other bags. There it is. Okay, so I think we could put down one of these cute little clovers down there, because says it's a clover patch, right? So let's put a few clovers down there, or shamrocks. Always gotta go with the odd number, right? I probably don't have to, but that's what I'd like to do. So put a little bit of glue right there, and it just kind of ties everything in. Oops. Well, helps if you make sure you put the clover on the, oh my goodness. Let's at least get them going the right direction, right? There go. All right, what do we think? Isn't he a cutie? He's like just peering out from the side there. All right, so cute. All right, so we're gonna do this one. Just a little bit on the top here. This one will be super easy. Okay, we're just gonna put a few little sprigs up there. Be generous. And then what I did with her little legs is I bent them so it looks like she's sitting there. See, so this one's super easy. Just gonna glue her little legs down. Okay, and her little non-existent butt. All right. Ooh. All right, now what I think I'll do is, because she's not quite sturdy there, I think I'll put a little more in the back. Just hype her up a little bit. Okay. Give her a little support back there. Get a new one. I love this thing I got from Joann's, of course. Of course, they're not there anymore, but it is a holder. It holds your glue gun, and it has like this little ouchie. See, told ya, out to get ya. It has a little sort of like a glass or plexiglass thing, and then the back has all the spots for the glue stick. Alrighty, not too bad. Not too bad, only one little burn there. Okay, so that was number 2. All right, let's clean up our mess here a little bit. Whew. Everybody's falling. Alrighty. Also get the glue gun spider webs. Anybody else get those? Okay. Whoopsie. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna give him a little bit of glue right there for his little feeties. And we'll stick him right in there. If he's gonna cooperate, maybe he won't cooperate with us. How dare you? Silly rabbit. Actually, silly kitty. All right, so what are we gonna put with the kitty cat? I found these at the dollar store. So I'm gonna open these. There's a little bit of foam scatter, they call it. Whoa, let's not scatter it too much, right? Then you can just add a couple of these in there. A couple of coins in the back. See, another super easy thing. Another coin in the back too. What do you think? Yeah, why not? Whoa! Oh my goodness, nothing like a flying cat. All right, the glue stick is being a little tricky little guy today. Okay, then we can just add a couple little shamrocks there. How about the small ones? Oh, those are too small. Okay. Or we could add a big one, or a medium-sized one, and a few small ones. What do we think? That's just about composition, what you like. what you don't like. Whatever the glue sticks determine that you're gonna do. Let's see, put that there because I kind of glued over that. There we go. And a little trimmy trim in the back. Look at that. Oh, we're missing something over here. Oh, I think I know. We can get one of these other ones over here. There we go. We can put you over there. Now this is going to be very treacherous. Didn't you know that crafting was so dangerous? I didn't know crafting could be this dangerous, right? What about you? Okay, so there we have, isn't he cute? So adorable. All right, that one was super simple. And then we've got this one. Now, you could do it on the upside down or the right side up, but I thought, hey, there's a little hole there already, so she could hang out in there. Now I'm gonna trim her little front of her dress a little so you can see her little leggies there. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on her little leggies. I'll put her right in there. Okay. Well, first what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to keep this down. We're gonna glue, glue, glue. There we go. Try to put it around that so we don't get it in there. That's her spot. Okay, now we can bring her back in there. Okay. All right. Ouch, 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 ouch. I think after a while you get used to it. Maybe you don't. I don't know, but my little fingers have become numb to the whole thing. So look at that. Okay. So put a little more, like we need more glue, right? It's like glitter all over the place. Whew. Other crafting friends, can you feel the pain, right? Oh my goodness. All right, so. Oof. We are being attacked. Okay, oh, we got the got a little extra we didn't ask for in there. Okay. Let's see, how are we doing in the back there? Oh, we have some gaps there. It's like push and, you know, drop and run. Because it feels like a drop and run situation. Okay. I thought using my smaller scissors would be better, but I don't know. There we go. Oh my goodness. Whew. All right, well, let's try to get all these little thingies out of the way. Oof. Okay, there we go. Look at that. So now, I think, what do you think? We need something down here. That's too big. How about one of these? No. I think a few of those little ones would be cute in there. So we'll get 3 little ones. If we have 3 little ones. Oh, I hope we have another little one in there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we'll just take these, give them a little squirt of them. Well, that's where that one wanted to go. Whether we liked it or not. Okay, a little bit there, and one more. Okay. A little more glue sticks in there. Let's see. They seem to not want to get a little bit closer there, you know. They're a family of shamrocks. Come on. Stay put. Stay together. Alrighty, so I like that. Let's see. We do have some of these little guys which could fit nicely. Oh yes, these are paper ones. No, they're cupcake picks. Okay. And I'll take another cupcake pick. What do we think? So cute. And you can trim up any more in the back that you want, you know. You always might go back to it again and look and see what might need to be fixed. Whoops. Or your scissors aren't cooperating and you took off half the front. Yeah, see, I might put a little more in the back here. Give her a little more back support there. Now that's when we just kind of go crazy. Bloop, 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 bloop. Get a fresh glue stick and just kind of go to town. There we go. That's a little better. And then we get to the... we did it again. I got that piece of her dress I cut off. Oh my goodness. Attack of the glue stick. Okay, and even we took off a little more, so makes it look kind of cute there. Now, I'm going to give one last little trim, and then she will be done because I could spend hours messing around with her little display stand there. So, isn't she a cutie? All right, so the only one left is this little guy here, and I think I'll get him to sit down too. Look at that. Have him sitting right there. Okay, so get our trusty little top there. This Easter grass goes pretty far. I like to get them, you know, after Easter when it's on sale and stuff. And just stock up, or if I'm in a if I really need help or need something on the fly, I go, you know, the dollar store always has a good selection. Well, usually. Not always, but sometimes. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, this pile has to go. Goodbye. Over there with you. We are done. All right, so now we'll give him some glue there, his little butt. We'll glue his little butt there. His little tiny butt is gluing on there like that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll give him some bling bling in the back. And he should be all good. Okay, so look at that. We gave him a little bling bling in the back. Glue the bling bling to his back. Give him a little more support there. Okay. Hey, stay put. Okay, Alrighty, so we're gonna give his hat a little haircut. Maybe. Cooperate with me, which it normally doesn't, you know. Mischievous little elves or leprechauns or whatever we're calling them today. Whew, okay friends, that was an adventure and a half. So, we got our little friend here. Isn't he a cutie? And we got our little girl. And we got the other Luck of the Irish there. Our happy little kitty. And our little mischievous guy back here. So, look at that. Alrighty, stay tuned for project number 3. Okay friends, here we go with our next project. So, my husband was so kind to take, well, he was called a Pied Piper, but he was on a log. And so he was nice enough to cut his tushy off the log. And then I have my elf shoe here. And what we're gonna do is glue him in there. And then we're gonna decorate this cream colored Christmas tree with some shamrocks and different balls. So let's get him all glued in there. And we can put him aside for a little bit. Okay, be generous with the, oops, well, helps if you're in the screen there, girlfriend. Alrighty, so let's see. You may need a little extra help there. These kind of projects, you want to make sure you have plenty of glue sticks. Alrighty, so let him sit there for a little bit. Okay. See him? Alright, we're gonna put him off to the side for a little bit. And then we're gonna work on our little tree here. So what I have is some of those things that you get from the dollar store, those necklaces, and then the ones with the shamrock shapes. So, we have our trusty glue gun ready. If you hear the pitter patter of little feet, that's our doggies. Okay. And so we just cut some different shapes off. Sorry if we had a phone earthquake there. The dog just went underneath the table. So hopefully, if I get my act together, I have a wonderful craft room. It's just I overstuffed it. So, gotta unstuff the craft room, right? Let's see. Okay, now, I don't know if you noticed, but Peter Pan is a little, I have to fix him. He was kind of like he was, there, okay. Might have to re-glue him down. He was kind of like he was like, had too much fairy drink or something. You know what I mean? Like, too much of whatever the fairies and the pixies drink. There, that's better. Okay, what do you think? He's sitting a little straighter now. There we go. Put him back over there. I was trying to figure out if we should do both, but I don't know. I'd like to stick probably to one. Yeah, I think we'll just stick with the green ones. So, we can try to get it. I don't know if it's gonna stay that way, but we can give it a good try. Now I like these ones with the rubber handle, only because sometimes you want to stick stuff down, so. And the curved side there. So, let's see, I got a little container here. Oh, there we go. I don't know if you can see it so well, but there. know, something to keep the tree from rolling away on us. Alrighty, and then, see what I mean? Kind of gets away from you. There we go. Oh. Push the glue stick back in there a little more. Gonna have our tree shamrock instead of a star, right? Okay, then we'll get the little ones. Just kind of a little bit here and there, however you would make it look like your ornaments on a tree. And guys, I know definitely I would burn my little fingers. Even worse than I did with the last few projects. Okay. Just gotta keep going. And you could make a tree for any holiday, you know. I have some pink ones and and the orange ones. Whoa, goodbye. The ones you could have that are orange, you could make them like upside down. You could have carrots. So, a lot of different ideas for trees that you can do when you're not doing them for Christmas time. There we go. Let's see. I hope these aren't gonna roll away on me. So a lot of these can be just super quick little things you could do in less than a half an hour, you know. Okay. A couple of more of these and turn it on the other side and do the other side. You could also do this with a white or a green tree and maybe put some of the other colors on there, you know. Whatever you want to do. I know Dollar Tree had some of those ombre trees too, so that would be kind of neat. Okay. Super quick here. Or like myself, who's trying to beat the clock because my granddaughter's coming. And if anybody has a young 2-3-year-old grandchild, you'll know what I mean. They want to help. Their helping could be very interesting. But of course, you know, gotta have those budding artists. Now, unfortunately, I think oh no, one more. I don't know if we can get away with just one more. Okay. There we go. Oh, there goes our other baby, our 4-legged baby. That's our husky. And boy, has he been pretty vocal lately. Telling us all the good stuff, all the dirt outside and what's going on out there. Probably whatever's going on inside too. But he's famous for whining right before snack time. Oh, see, that's why I use the pliers. There's nothing like a green projectile when you burn your fingers. It goes phew. Like a little green pellet flying across the room. Alrighty, and we definitely don't want to have those choice words, if you know what I mean, when the grandkids are here, because they pick up everything. Alrighty. Oh, there's another one. Oh, here comes the welcoming committee. Oh boy. Hey, friends. Shh. That was Snowflake. He's trying to get Lady to play with him, and Lady's an old beagle who just wants to be left alone to eat and sleep. He's like, I have had my fun. I just want to sit here and sleep. Oh, does anybody else have a dog that snores as loud as a human? Ladybird, oh, I call her Ladybird. Ladybird is the loudest dog I have ever heard sleeping in my history of having dogs. Okay, so bring old friend back in here. And let's see, so there we go. We're gonna glue that right. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're gonna glue that right there. Okay. Plenty of glue. Glue, your best friend with these ones, right? Okay. And that's where these come in. So you can hold it down there. Okay, now we're gonna come back in with our trusty Easter grass there. Okay, little grass under there. Helps keep everything steady, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and we definitely need some on this side. Oh boy, I am glad to have this machine. Well, it's not a machine, it's a holder for the glue sticks because it's doing some good. Really good. Holding those glue sticks, all I gotta do is grab and go. It's like a little glue stick convenience store. Okay, look at that. A little more over here on the side. Always give it a little haircut, you know what I mean? There we go. Get these all goody in there, get it all propped up. Actually, that was not a burn, that was a poked my finger. Gonna stay there. Stay, my friend, stay. Come and stay for supper. Oh, now we're going the other way. Oh my goodness. This tree needs to make up its mind. Look at that. Okay. Whew. Now, let's clear out a little bit of this extra stuff here. So we can bring in some other goodies in there. Got some of these wonderful little, oh look at that, you can hold that. You want to hold that? No. Let's see. Does he want to hold this one? Yes, I think he does. Whether he wants to or not. Okay, there he goes. He can hold on to that. Maybe. Hold it there, buddy. Hold on. He's like, nope. Not gonna happen. Alrighty, well, maybe if we make the thing a little smaller, maybe he can hold on to it better. Oh, trusty old. Well, gotta hold it there for a second. let's see. What do you think? You like that? It's looking pretty good. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna give him a little haircut. Actually, why don't we put that? Will that fit in there? Oh, I like that one. We'll put that one right there. Okay. Look at that. Perfect. So, let's see. What else could we add? What else could we add in there? I do not know. Have a little leaf there. I don't know, that's too many. Okay, well, why don't we just put a few more in the back here? This is pretty cool. It doesn't need a whole lot of extra stuff, I don't think. I don't think it needs a whole bunch of extras. I think it's pretty cool all on its own. And then a little haircut. One more haircut there. Okay, on the back. You always gotta make sure you get the back. All right, so what do we think? That didn't take very long at all. Let's see, I'll back you out just a smidge. So you can see him in all his glory there. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's another project down. We've got 2 more to go. See you soon. Okay, here we go, friends. On our next one, this is going to be a button bouquet. So, first thing you do is you're gonna get a piece of the floral foam, and so it can fit in there. And then we're just gonna give it some glue all the way around. And I will tell you that the floral foam, you need a space that you don't mind getting a little bit dirty, because I tell you what, that stuff is messy. Super duper messy. Okay, so we're gonna put our little elf friend over there, cute little vintage elf, not on a shelf, near a stump. So, put him to the side for a minute. I'm gonna show you 2 things, like I have how to make the button bouquet, and then just if you wanted to add a couple little extra blingy blingies there. Okay, so what you do is, this is 20 gauge wire. I just got it off of Amazon. I think it's 20 or 18. I'd have to look it up. But you have the wire. You can get it at the store too, but it wouldn't be green. And then you're gonna get a nice piece, and you're gonna fold it in half, and then you're gonna twist. Twist again, like we did last summer. I didn't quite measure right, but that's okay, because we cut it off. All right, so this is the easy one. Just gonna do it one more time and twist and twist. We're doing calisthenics over here. Okay, so that makes like just a tiny little stem, and so you take your little shamrock, poke a little hole in there, and get a little bit of glue on the wire, and that's super easy, right? Okay, then you just let that dry. So I have 2 shamrocks and a piece of gold. Okay, so let those dry over there. This is where it gets a little more tricky. So, I'm gonna take the piece of wire and twist again. Twisty, 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 twisty. Twisty, 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 twisties. Keep on a twisting. doggy sneezes going on there. Okay, and then you're gonna bend it like that. Now this, you want to take your smallest button and you're gonna thread it right through there. And if it doesn't cooperate, then you switch it. Because of course it doesn't want to cooperate when you want to get it done. Okay. Now the other, oh there it is. I was like, wait a minute, the other side doesn't want to cooperate. Somebody cooperate with me. Okay, then you're just gonna thread it through with the other ones. You could do 3, 4, however many you want to do. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Alrighty then. Then we finish just kind of like the whole bread tie thing there. Keep going, going, going. Down to the end, and then we snip off any extras. Ooh. All right, then you have yourself a button flower. Isn't it cute? Alrighty, so then when we have that, what we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna come back with our ever popular Easter grass. So, we'll get a little bit of that in there. Okay, and here we go. Then you just twist it, and it makes a cute little button. Okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take our little elf friend here, and you're gonna put some more of that wonderful grass in there. Okay. Gonna put some lots of glue. There you go. Now, put a little bit in there for the moment, only because we want to make sure that we have enough room for our buttons. So, what we start to do is now some of these buttons I have to cut down a little. It all depends on what you want. So, I think what we'll do, yeah, we gotta cut these down a little bit. Oh. Okay. Get these settled in here. Where's that other one? Okay. Oh, Lego my ego, as they say. Right? Okay. So, how are we looking there? Pretty good? Alright, good start. So, what we'll do is give it a little bit of glue. Stick it back in there. These ones that are the styrofoam, they're a little harder to squish back in there. Okay. And this guy here, he already had some glue on him, but we just wanted to make sure that we got it in there. There we go. Okay. So then we're just gonna snip our other friends down a little bit and arrange them in the there. Ooh. Now I don't generally glue them down right away because if we want to change it a little bit, that's why. Usually I make them bigger because of where they're gonna go, you know, in the container, but this container is kind of short, so you just gotta work the there we go. So I think what I'll do is I'll show you how we get them all in there, and then I can just glue them down after. How's that? And you can see the process and not worry about all the extras, nitty-gritty stuff. Okay. And sometimes you can just bend it so that you can put it right in there and it's a little stronger.
Sometimes he does not want to cooperate here. And the last one.
Okay. So there we go. We got ourselves a cute little button bouquet, and if we wanted to, could put one of these other picks in there. All right, so how does that look? Oh, got a little bit of, oh. Well, we'll fix that up in a little bit, but look at that. How do we like that? Isn't he adorable? Although he does look like he's eating that one. So, pretty good. Alrighty, so that is a button bouquet. And then you just glue them down and however you want them, and you can bend them and shift them whatever way you like. Alright, so got one last one. Okay, and now we're here at our last project. These are going to be pin cushions. So what I did to save a little time, I had gotten the old, red cup there, and I traced a circle. That's gonna be for the smaller one, and I did sort of place this here and sort of made it a wider one for the other one. So, and just for the sake of time, I did string 2 needles, just so we didn't have to worry about taking time to stop. So what we'll do is we're gonna cut this one out. Now this is the underside. I'll show you the other side in a minute. Cutting fabric circles, not as easy as you think. Okay, and then just because we can do it, let's cut the other one out. And then we just, we're gonna use some polyfill. Okay. This one is a little harder because it was more of a sketch than a actual drawing, but it's not, the circles don't have to be perfect, okay? So then that's what they'll look like on the other side. Then, kind of like making one of those, what, a Chinese bun or a pierogi or something like that. Got ourselves, that's way too much, but got ourselves some polyfill. And start with the small one because that's the easiest. You're just gonna kind of go back and forth, in, out, in, out. Okay. Bonnet there, right? So now is when you want to take your fill. Okay, that might be a little too much for that one. just gonna shove it in there. Okay, looks pretty good, but I think we can get it a little more because you want it to be nice and taut. Is that the word, taut? Taunt? No, taunt, that's when you're taunting someone. You want it nice and firm so you can stick your pins in it. Okay. Okay. Now you want to make sure you're going in and out like that. Just make sure you try not to stick yourself. Shouldn't have said that. I'm going to jinx myself. There we go. I want to keep going. Get it right in there. Now you will come back to your other spot. So you want to pull it in nice and snug there. Now I just kind of like to do whatever, you know, go along and then go back and whatever closes up the spot there and uses up your thread. Okay. Because you won't see it underneath, so. Okay, so when you start to get down to the bottom there where the end of your string, then you can start making some knots so that it'll stay closed. Now, if you have a special way to make, you know, a certain way you do these things, that's fine, you know. I'm a self-taught sewer. Okay. So, and when you got it good, you can just give it a snippy snip, and then we're gonna move this other stuff out of the way. Okay. Then you just kind of figure out how you're gonna put it in there. It's not too hard at all. Okay, and then just gonna get your hot glue on the inside and a little bit around the top there. All right. Extra here. Now if you're feeling fancy and you want to, you could put some beading around here or some rickrack. See? All right, then you have yourselves a nice little pin cushion. Okay. And let's see, I got a gold one there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna work on this one. Same concept, not so boring. Okay, stay tuned. And here we go, here's the finished product. And remember earlier I said, you know, be careful not to poke yourself. Well, I got myself not once, not twice, but 3 times. Of course, 3 times is a charm, right? All right. Oh, and then we're gonna go into an entire container of push pins. Am I a glutton for punishment? Yes, I am. Okay, and there we go. There are our cute little push pin, or push-ins, push-outs. Oh, goodness. Okay. Our pin cushions with the St. Patrick's Day theme. All right, friends, thank you so much for sticking with me. Please, a subscribe would be great. A thumbs up for this video, and stay tuned because I will be having a drop sale to sell all these wonderful items. For watching, see you soon. Bye.